Hey, I'm Brandi Fullwood, and this is Seattle Eats. It's a podcast about the Seattle food scene and the best things to eat in it. What's your go-to spot in the Seattle area to eat? I'm thinking about your reliable lunch spot, that restaurant with a perfect birthday vibe, maybe a deep cut right off the light rail that just turns the day around. Well, I want to try something out. I want to have the people fueling the Seattle food scene share their go-to restaurants or cafes or bars with us. Not the trends or the new openings, but where they actually go and where they feel like a regular. One of my go-to places is Local Tide. It's a restaurant in Fremont with a seafood-focused menu. It's where I take friends or family who are visiting in town. They've got rockfish bowls with crunchy pickled veggies, fried Dover sole with these plump, crispy potatoes, and then they have crab rolls with fresh picked crab on the weekends. What more could you ask for? Victor Steinbrueck is the chef and owner at Local Tide, and he's got a go-to spot of his own, which I can't wait to hear about. We're going to chat about the ways he makes Local Tide a go-to spot for many customers, not just me, and we'll get into why he's been going to his go-to spot for 25 years. Plus, he's going to tell us how to order like a seasoned regular. Let's get into it. Hey, Victor, thanks for being here.
I'm so happy to be here. Gosh, you made it sound really good. And you also made me sound a little old, but that's okay.
Victor is young and loves going to this go-to spot, which we're going to jump into in a second. But before we jump into it, I want to talk about your own work, because I think the menu does show a lot of what this region has to offer. How did you pull this vision together? You know, the memories, experiences, culture, etc.
Yeah. Just growing up here in Seattle, I think was a huge part of it. I wanted to do something that spoke to the region, where we're from, where I grew up. And not just through the food, I think also through the space and the hospitality that we show. You know, that's such a huge part of restaurants for me, is the hospitality side of things, you know.
Yeah.
People being able to come in and feel good.
Yeah.
Get nourished and leave happy.
So I know you were a Pike Place kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your family had a business down there. When are you guys going to start throwing fish at Local Tide?
Well, actually, my GM, he worked at the Fish Guys for about 3.5, 4 years. And so he throws fish. We joke all the time about throwing fish.
Okay.
But Pike Place is near and dear to my heart for sure.
I've actually been really obsessed with how we tell out-of-towners about Seattle through food. Like, some people source locally and some people try to do it through how they plate, like this tide pool effect, or maybe it looks like the Cascades or something. Mm-hmm. What do you think your favorite place is or thing in the region to draw inspiration from?
I think it's just the bounty of, you know, what we have here. We're so close to the water, and in that water, this beautiful sea life, you know, that is wild. Our commercial fishing is very sustainable, and that's inspiring.
Yeah.
And being able to pull something from, like, I'm scared of water too.
Are you?
And so just being able to like pull something from the sea that's so dark and scary, and bring it to in front of people, it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing.
So you're more like a tide pooling guy.
Definitely. I like my feet on the ground.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So I know that it does get busy over where you're at Local Tide. I'll go over there on a sunny day, on a rainy day, whatever it is, and it is just Fremonters lined up and down the block. It does look like a Filson ad. I'll say that. When you're not at Local Tide, how do you decide where to eat?
Comfort.
Yeah.
I think I've gone to see see so many restaurants come and go, and there's some that I've been going to for years, and those places, for me, just the memories created there, the people I meet, the relationships formed, create a sense of like nourishment and comfort for me, and I think that's where I like tend to go back to and get pulled to.
Yeah. A creature of habit.
Yes, very much.
So what is your go-to restaurant?
Yeah, one of my all-time go-to restaurants, I find myself going back and back, is Honey Court.
Okay.
Over in the ID.
Yeah, on Maynard Ave, they have all kinds of, like, a variety of Chinese cuisine, really. Mm-hmm. My friends and I post up there 2 a.m., so it is one of the very few late-night spots.
Totally.
How do you think of the vibe? You walk into Honey Court at 1:30 a.m. what do you expect to be going on?
Yeah, you walk in at 1:30 a.m. There's a little bit of a queue at the front there. There's probably no one at the front desk because they're busy running food around. You're looking to make eye contact with a person so you can get a seat. Other people in the queue are doing the same. You don't know who's first in line, who's next up. There's a hustle and bustle to it, a bit of like an organized chaos. There might be a dead fish in the little fish tank right there. Not one of the ones you're eating, but just the small little, fish tank there. And you're smelling the smells, you're hearing the sounds, and then you make eye contact with that person, that hostess, and they come over and they grab you a seat if you're lucky, if you got pull, and you sit down and next thing you know, tea's out on your table, you got your water, and you're scanning this huge, immense menu, waiting for your opportunity to order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honey Court is such a good people watching scene just because it gets so busy in there after a show or really late night. I love it.
I've seen it so chaotic in there, after a baseball game or something, and people are just crowding in. There's a line to get in there. You get a table, and I've seen them stay open past 2 just because people are waiting there. And I love that they're not just so cut and dry of this is when we close, this is when we open. It's people want to eat. We're going to take care of you.
Just do it till people are ready to leave.
Yeah.
What do you love about Honey Court?
I love that it's just a place for any time. And you call it a late night spot. It's also a dim sum spot. So it's whenever you want to go, you can go to Honey Court. I have memories taking friends, birthdays, family in town, dates, all you can think about.
You're I'll go for anything.
Any reason to go to Honey Court. And I think part of the beauty of it, too, is just that you can go in there, get a bowl of soup for yourself, or you can go and get one of these big tables with the Lazy Susans and have 12 people, and it's so communal. It's this chaotic, welcoming energy that's just kind of fun.
You've been going there for 25 years, not even occasionally. When did you realize this was going to be your spot long term?
I don't think it was ever a moment where it was this is my go-to spot. It's just a thing where it's you're questioning, where are we going to go eat? And it's Honey Court. Honey Court sounds good, It
just feels like what is that word?
It's, what is that word?
It's involuntary.
Yeah, it's always in the back of my mind. It's a place that I know is going to hit the right chords for almost any situation that you're in,
Mm-hmm.
Even a late night spot, you're just where am I going to go? I don't want to go back home.
Yeah.
Let's just go grab a quick bite.
Since you're kind of a regular there, do you have tips for people going?
Yeah. When I think of Honey Court, I think of one of the servers there, honestly. Her name is Sandy. I remember going there as a young kid and meeting her, she would always take care of us. Always jokes about, she remembers me when I was so small and short. The tip I would give is ask for Sandy, or Shirley's also a great server. They're just so welcoming and hospitable.
That's really sweet. So you've gotten to know even the people wearing there. They're hey, Vic's back.
Exactly. That makes me want to go back.
Totally.
Yeah. If you can't get in, I would name drop my mom. Her name's Elizabeth.
Okay. Elizabeth sent us.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Perfect.
That name carries weight. But going in, you want to get into tips for food?
In a second.
Okay.
But if you've got tips, parking in the ID can be kind of wild, where you sit. We're trying to get the full Vic experience.
Yep. I think all the seats are good, that they do a good job of finding all the tables when they need to order. Parking is definitely tricky in the ID, especially during these games that we have down there. I'm a notoriously evil parker where I'll park anywhere. Almost.
You're
and
double park.
I'm just going to park and come get me, ticket guy. Now I'm going to get a ticket. But love the Lazy Susan if you got a big table. Calling in advance actually does not work.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my tip is don't call in advance because they're not going to be able to help you.
Okay.
It's just first come, first serve type of thing.
Love that. You're a seafood chef.
Mm-hmm.
Honey Court is a seafood restaurant. What do you like about the way they make seafood?
It's just different than other places in Seattle. It's these large shareable plates. And that's what I think I love most.
Mm-hmm.
It's not you get your little filet on your plate with your steamed vegetables. I love just using my hands, getting in there and being able to share a plate of food with people.
Do they do things that inspire you or things you want to bring into your own place?
Yeah. I mean, I think that, It's amazing what they do in there because they feed so many people. Their menu's huge, and everything is like comes out hot and like it's fresh. So yeah, I mean, all those things inspire me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally key for me. Hot food that makes me
Big.
feel like I'm at home. That's my trigger for crying.
Huge.
Okay, so you can really bring a big group to Honey Court. So let's imagine we've got like a crew, a big squad, and we give you all the power to pick out what to order. What's the spread?
I love it. Okay, we're going. Let's see here. Let me think this through, because this is one of my superpowers. I think is ordering at Honey Court in particular. We're getting this Dover sole, but you got to ask for the whole fish. Otherwise, they'll just give you the chopped up pieces. And the whole fish comes with like the tail on, the head, the fins, and they get crispy. Pea vines are great. I love the how fun with the short ribs and the black bean sauce. The bitter melon and beef with black bean sauce as well. What else are we getting there? They have this awesome like sizzling platter, like eggplant stuffed shrimp. Really good. Their dumplings are kind of sleepers.
Sleepers, why?
They're good. They're plump. They taste good. Sometimes you go into a place and you order like the pot stickers or gyoza, and you could tell they're maybe like frozen before or a little bit more generic. These have some life to them.
So they're making them.
Have no idea.
Okay.
They also like their dim sum is really good.
Okay.
I think they kind of revamped it. They have some items there that I went in recently and I hadn't seen before.
Yeah. Love when a longtime spot really starts putting you on to something new.
Totally. They had these sesame balls for dessert, and they usually come with like red bean paste. And they had one with black sesame paste.
Yeah.
Ooh, so good.
I like this.
Yeah.
I would be willing to relinquish power and let you order.
I would love that.
I feel like...
We'll go sometime.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is.
I feel like I go with friends a lot. I don't think they know how to order. I hope they listen to this episode because they need some help.
Yes. I feel like I'm missing so much too. I'm being put on the spot, but that's a good start.
So why does the sole always make the cut for you?
It's hot. Comes out hot. It's just fried up so nice. The batter's light, great to share. It hits all the notes.
Yeah.
Some good fried fish is hard to beat.
I know. I mean, this is such a tangent, but I feel like you'll rock with it. I didn't realize that I hadn't had not fresh fish until I went to college, because I grew up with my uncle going fishing, giving everybody full like bushels of fish and us frying it every single Friday. Yeah. It took so long for me to realize that I was having fresh fish.
Yeah.
Probably every week most of my life. Yeah. So
see, not everyone gets that experience.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, people need an Uncle Larry. What experience do you get at Honey Court that feels different from other spots you might hit up in the city?
I get to go and just be like myself. There's always this somewhat awkward experience when the server is coming over and they need to act a certain way, or they need to present and take care of you in this way that is above and beyond, and I get that. It's like they're creating an experience for you. But sometimes I just want to go to a place and just exist and have that server be comfortable.
Yeah.
I've had servers at Honey Court in the past. There's kind of like this fun thing where they're not rude to you, but they're like rushing you because they got so much to do. Even that is like a fun thing where it's like, I don't expect you to give me more than that, really, and we can joke and laugh about, you need to get your job done. I need to order quicker. That's okay.
Okay, so order quickly and order well. You're just full of good advice. So I can't wait to go to Honey Court with you.
Me too. I'm excited.
Wait, before we stop, you were talking about working on something new. Do you want to talk about it on the show?
Gosh, I do.
We can.
Yeah. This will be the first.
Yeah.
This will be the first drop. I guess it's a good spot to do it. We can keep it kind of secretive.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Wait, okay, so let me set it up. So what's going on with you? What are you working on?
Yeah, I've been kind of a little bit trying to keep my head above water, working on starting a new project.
Oh, cool.
It's planning to be over in Ballard and hopefully up and running sometime in July. We haven't said too much about it yet, trying to get all my ducks in a row before really announcing too much, but it'll be akin to Local Tide. We're growing up a little bit. We're going from 1 to 2, and it's scary, exciting, all the feelings, but it'll be seafood related, and we're really, really excited about it.
Awesome. This makes me feel like this is like the vision you had for Local Tide when you opened in 2020.
Definitely. It's part of that. You know, I will say in 2020, I was like, oh, we got a restaurant. Like, this is a dream come true.
Yeah.
And, you know, as we've gone on and on over the past, almost 6 years now, this vision has been coming to life more and more. And it's really cool to be able to see it become tangible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm excited for you. It'll come just in time for the Crab Fest, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We'll be there.
Get some traffic over to Local Tide, new project in Ballard.
Yes.
That's so cool. Victor Steinbrueck is the chef and owner at Local Tide in Fremont, and he's kind of a regular at Honey Court. That is it for today. Seattle Eats is hosted by me, Brandi Fullwood, and you can get in touch with me at seattleeats@kuow.org. If there's something on your mind about the Seattle food scene, like a funny story or a pitch for a go-to spot for soup or eating alone or just having a sexy little moment in spring, whatever it is, really whatever is on your mind, we have a voicemail box set up for you to call us at 206-543-8510. You call that number, you leave a voicemail, and I might put it on the show. The show is produced by me and edited by Jim Gates. Seattle Eats is a proud member of the NPR network. You can find more and support the show at kuow.org/eats. And all of that information is in the description of the show. Plus, if you like our show, give us a rating. Hopefully a good one. All right, talk soon.